Good morning. How are you? So, I bet you guys don't know about this thing that's going on with the United Nations supposedly promoting global stability and equality. But what they're really doing is promoting their global enslavement of the masses. That's what they're trying to do, folks. And some DeviantArt user named Pinocchio, who's actually a really, really smart person and knows about this, actually posted a journal about it. Now, let me go ahead and get to the point. Last September, September of 2015, some guy named Michael Snyder published an important article entitled The 2013 Agenda. This month, the UN launches a blueprint for a new world order with the help of the Pope. And it supposedly pushes a blueprint for so called sustainable development, which is really a global government takeover of every nation across the planet. And the goals of this are nothing more than code words for a corporate government fascist agenda that will imprison humanity in a devastating cycle of poverty while enriching the world's most powerful globalist corporations like Monsanto and DuPont and so on and so forth. Now, this actually has 17 goals. So let me go ahead and just, first of all, let me go ahead and get to it. And let me go ahead and start with the obvious. Goal number 1. End poverty in all its forms everywhere. What this means is they're going to put everyone on government welfare, food stamps, housing subsidies, and handouts that make them obedient slaves to global government. Goal number 2, end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. In other words, they want to invade the entire planet with GMOs and Monsanto's patented seeds while increasing the use of deadly herbicides under the false claim of increased output of food crops, while engineer genetically modified plants to boost specific vitamin chemicals while having no idea the long-term consequence of pollution. Goal number 3, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. What this really means is they're going to mandate 100 or more vaccines at gunpoint, threatening parents with arrest and imprisonment if they refuse to cooperate. That's fun. Goal number 4, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. What that means is they're going to push a false history and a dumbed down education under Common Core education standards that produce obedient workers rather than independent thinkers. Never let people learn real history or else they might realize they don't want to repeat it. Yeah, that's what they're wanting to do, folks. But that's only the beginning. Goal number 5, achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. What this really means is they're going to criminalize Christianity, marginalize heterosexuality, demonize males, and promote the gay agenda everywhere. Right. And this continues. Goal number 6, ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. But what this really means is they want to allow powerful corporations to seize control of the world's water supplies and charge monopoly prices to build new water delivery infrastructure that ensures availability. Yeah, bullshit. Number 7, ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Of course, we all know that's bullshit because what they're really trying to do is penalize coal, gas, and oil while pushing doomed to fail green energy subsidies to brain dead startups headed by friends of the White House who all go bankrupt in 5 years or less. And yeah, this isn't even the half of it. Goal number 8, promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full productive employment, and decent work for all. And I'm not just making this up, folks. This is actually what the United Nations are trying to do to enslave humanity forever and completely wipe humanity off the face of the earth. What goal number 8 is really trying to do is regulate small business out of existence with government mandated minimum wages that bankrupt entire sectors of the economy and force employers to meet hiring quotas of gay workers while mandating wage tiers under a centrally planned work economy dictated to the government. Goal number 9, build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. What this really means is, what goal number 9 really means is, and hear me out, this means that they want to put nations into extreme debt with the World Bank, spending debt money to hire corrupt organizations and corporations to build large-scale projects that trap developing nations into an endless spiral of debt. Like, for instance, this is what the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman by John Perkins talks about. Goal number 10, reduce inequality within and among countries. But what they really try to do is punish the rich, the entrepreneurs, and the innovators, confiscating nearly all gains by those who choose to work and excel. Yeah, like that's going to help anybody with anything. And that's not all. Goal number 11, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. What they really mean by that is they want to ban all gun ownership by private citizens, concentrating guns in the hands of obedient government enforcers who rule over an unarmed, enslaved class of impoverished workers, and criminalize living in most rural areas by instituting Hunger Games style protected areas where the government will claim are owned by the people even though no one is supposed to live there. Goal number 12, ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. What that goal really means is the United Nations wants to begin levying punitive taxes on the consumption of fossil fuels and electricity, forcing people to live under conditions of worsening standards of living that increasingly resemble third world conditions. And that's not all. Goal number 13, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. In other words, they want to set energy consumption quotas on each human being and start punishing or even criminalizing lifestyle decisions that exceed energy usage limits set by governments, to institute total surveillance of individuals in order to track and calculate their energy consumption. Goal number 14, conserve and sustainably use the ocean, sea, and marine resources for sustainable development. In other words, they want to ban ocean fishing, plunging the food supply into an extreme shortage, and causing runaway food price inflation that puts even more people into economic desperation. To criminalize the operation of private fishing vessels and place all ocean fishing operations under the control of government central planning. Goal number 15, protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably managing forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. In other words, they want to roll out Agenda 21 and force humans off the land and into controlled cities, and criminalize private land ownership, including ranches and agricultural tracts. The next to last goal, goal number 16, supposedly promotes peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, but what it really does is it grants legal immunity to illegal aliens and protected minority groups, which will be free to engage in any illegal activity, including openly calling for the mass murder of police officers, because they are the new protected class in society. And of course, the final goal, goal number 17, strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the Global Partnership for Sustainable Development. In other words, they want to enact global trade mandates that override national laws while granting unrestricted imperialism powers to companies like Monsanto, Dow Chemical, Coca-Cola, R.J. Reynolds, and so on. And then they want to pass global trade pacts that bypass a nation's lawmakers and override intellectual property laws to make sure that the world's most powerful combinations maintain global monopolies over drugs, seeds, chemicals, and technology. The United Nations goal is to enslave the entire human population, or the entire human population is what I was trying to say, by the year 2030. That's 15 years from now. 15. And that's not a whole hell of a lot of time, is it? I'm telling you, I am not making this shit up. This is truth. This is absolute truth. And there's a lot of people talking about it on DeviantArt. There's people that say that they're reading plans for the communities from Lois Lowry's The Giver, or what was going through Napoleon's mind in George Orwell's Animal Farm. There's people that talk about freaking, there's other things that they're talking about, because let me tell you something. Freedom does not exist anymore. It's gone. Freedom is gone now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? But anyway, that's all I'm going to say. You can choose to believe this, or you can choose not to believe this. It's your choice, not mine.